Hello, everyone. We've got a great international episode of the show today. We've got with us from clear on the other side of the world in India, we've got Piyush Jain, the CEO and founder or co-founder of Impact Guru Technology Ventures, along with Khushboo Jain, the co-founder and COO of Impact Guru. So you don't want to miss this episode. We'll be talking about one of the most successful crowdfunding operations in India. Stick around.
Welcome to the Your Mark on the World show with your champion of social good, Devin D. Thorpe.
This episode is made possible via the support of our sponsors, including Johnson & Johnson's Caring Crowd. Piyush, Khushboo, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Devin.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, we're thrilled to have you. Now, I should have asked before we went on the air, but I'm really curious, is the fact that you share a last name a coincidence, or are you related in some way?
Yeah, we're married.
Oh, you're married?
Husband and wife. Yeah.
Khushboo, how long have you been married?
We've been married for about 8.5 years now. So yeah, almost nearing a decade now. Yeah.
How did starting a business together come together with the marriage? Which happened first?
So we got married 8.5 years ago. Impact Guru is 4 years old. So clearly we got married first. So Piyush and I were doing very different things before Impact Guru happened. And there came a point where both of us realized that we've been wanting to be entrepreneurs for a long time. And also the fact that we both bring together very, very different skill sets on the table. So why not, start a business together and see how that goes. So that's how Impact Guru was born.
Piyush, I sometimes think that it takes very special people to make a marriage and a business partnership work. How are you doing it? How do you make that successful?
I think you're spot on. It's definitely not easy. We are quite three skill sets and must share the same vision. And fortunately, both Khushboo and I shared that from a very early age when we decided to start this venture with regards to creating a crowdfunding platform to help various individuals and organizations raise money for whatever social purpose that they had in mind. So I think it does require a fantastic partnership, and we've been very lucky to have been able to forge that successfully.
That is remarkable. Khushboo, tell us a little bit about what you've accomplished at Impact Guru.
Right. So we still believe that it is a beginning of a very long journey. But there have been a few things that we feel very happy about having accomplished. We feel very privileged. So I think one of the things that we feel very happy about every day is the fact that we've helped more than 10,000 people already. When I say people, I mean organizations and individuals. Organizations, such as NGOs, not-for-profit organizations that work for the social good of the larger society, and also individuals primarily who need money for medical needs, education, a creative project, all of those things. So in the past 4 years, having touched these many lives definitely makes us feel very happy. And there have been some extremely interesting projects which you would be very happy to share with you about, whenever you do want to know about those.
Tell us about some of your favorites.
So there are many actually, and it's not fair to talk about only a few, but in the interest of time, I will say that one of my favorites is an example of a lady called Pooja Bhatnagar. Now, she was a school teacher, and for the past 17 years, until last year, she was suffering from liver cirrhosis. And at one point, doctors told her that there's no way she could survive without a liver transplant. And the family didn't have enough savings to put together 25 lakhs, Indian rupees in a matter of days. And so they started crowdfunding on Impact Guru. And within 15 days, they were able to put together this amount, and money came from about 500 people across the world. And today she's recovering. She's had a liver transplant, and she's living happily. And we're so happy we were able to facilitate that and do our little bit to give her that chance to survive.
Right, that is inspiring. Piyush, what are some of the challenges that are going on right now that you're supporting? It seemed to me I saw that there's been some horrible flooding in India, and
Yes.
you've got campaigns out supporting that.
Yes. So unfortunately, there's been a major catastrophe in the state of Kerala in south of India, where there has been lots of flooding in various districts. So we've actually got a lot of various fundraising campaigns started for that specific cause, and they're starting to get significant amount of traction. As always, we get tremendous amount of support from, generous donors all around the world in specific moments like this. And, we've already mobilized a substantial amount of money, but just given the amount of catastrophe, which is more than a few $1 billion, I think whatever it is that we can do would provide a significant amount of relief, given that more than 350 people have lost their lives. And so I would urge everyone to come forward and support this cause, whether it is donating money, whether it is sending clothes or food materials and relief materials.
Any kind of supplies, yeah.
Yeah, we as a company have been trying to do everything possible to be helping this cause right now.
It's horrific, the potential tragedy there, and I'm grateful that you're there helping to relieve that. Khushboo, I wonder, as you think about all the things that you've accomplished there, what are you most proud of having done?
I'm proud of the fact that 4 years ago it was just Piyush and I, two people, trying to do everything on our own. We were like a 2-member team, and from that we've grown to more than a 60-member team in a span of 4 years. The fact that we're able to provide livelihoods to so many people is something that I feel very happy about. The fact that, like I said earlier as well, we've touched more than 10,000 lives. That is something I feel very happy about as well. About 2 years ago, we partnered with Singapore Women, UN Women for Singapore, and we helped mobilize money for about 20 organizations across 12 countries in Asia and Pacific to work towards women empowerment. That is a cause that was very, very close to my heart, and we were able to support so many people, not just within India, but outside India as well. And I feel very happy that we have organizations like Global Giving who've partnered with us, as their strategic partners, to be able to provide help to, Indians across the world, and international donors donate with the help of tax benefits. So these are some of the things that I feel very, very happy about. Also recently, one of the biggest healthcare hospital chains in the country, Apollo Hospitals, decided to invest in us. That is very reassuring and helps us, and reminds us that what we're doing matters and it can change so many lives. And this is just the beginning. And with so many amazing partners, we can accomplish so much more. So I feel happy that we've, a small idea 5 years ago turned into a small little business, which now is growing and helping so many people. And Piyush and I have been at the forefront of it, and I feel very happy about that.
Piyush, what are you, as you look back, what are the most important lessons, or the single most important lesson you've learned?
I think there have been some really fantastic learning over the last few years. I think the first one that comes to mind is really building a fantastic team. Without having really talented, passionate, and motivated people in various functions across the organization, we would not have been able to achieve what we have been able to. So I think it's very important to have a really motivated team to join you on that mission. I think the second lesson that we have learned is the value of persistence. Startups have inevitably lots of moments which are ups and downs, and it's very important in those moments to be very, very stable in terms of your focus, and to make sure that you march on and you keep on with your mission, independent of the kind of challenges that you might be facing. And so the value of persistence and the kind of results that come if you keep on going through and keep on surpassing each challenge is very, very important. And I would say the third biggest lesson is, the importance of measuring things. Until we measure things, we are not able to improve them. And so as a consequence, whether it is measuring your repeat donor rate, whether it is measuring your customer satisfaction, whether it is measuring the internal happiness of your staff, I think it's very important to be measuring things and having a great amount of attention to detail on things that really make a substantial impact to the business. So those would be the three key lessons that come to mind.
Excellent. Well, Piyush, why did you feel like you needed to tackle this, this important work? What motivated you to do this?
I think it came from a personal passion to be able to use our skill sets in a slightly different way. So my background prior to starting Impact Guru was being an investment banker at JP Morgan. And growing up in India, I had basically developed a technology background, having coded various websites. And I felt that while rewarding a career as investment banking was, I think it would be much more deeply satisfying to be able to use those same skill sets to be able to have impact on the lives of other people. And I felt that trying to do that in a way which would be sustainable in a for-profit business model, a social enterprise structure, would be something that would be absolutely worth trying out. And so it was with that passion that I started working on crowdfunding as the business idea when I was a student at Harvard University, which later translated into getting us incubated at the Harvard Innovation Lab. And we kept on going from there, eventually into moving back into India after living for a decade abroad in the US, UK, and in Southeast Asia. So it came from that passion that can we use our skill sets in a fundamentally different way, and can we impact people's lives? And that's why the name Impact Guru.
Yeah, excellent. Well, Khushboo, I wonder, what is your superpower?
I can talk about Piyush's superpower, and maybe he can talk about mine.
That's cheating.
I think I'm told that, sometimes I'm hopelessly optimistic about things. Now, I don't know if that is a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, I usually do not, I don't feel like giving up. Sometimes at the surprise of so many other people around me, they say that my ability to stick it out, my ability to persevere in a situation which most people would encourage me to sort of back out, I would still stick around, and that is what I believe makes it my superpower.
Excellent. And Piyush, what's your superpower?
I think I've been fairly lucky to be able to focus on the micro details, as well as be able to not lose out on the big picture in terms of what we are trying to achieve. And that's a delicate balance that's very important for any leader in any organization. And I feel that that has helped me contribute a lot towards this particular mission.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, Piyush and Khushboo, I really appreciate you taking the time to be with us today. It's been a delightful discussion, and I'm grateful that you would make time for this, especially in the middle of the night. Before you go, I wonder, Khushboo, I wonder if you just take a minute and tell people how they can learn more about Impact Guru and how they can connect with you two personally.
Great. So for Impact Guru, you can simply log on to our website, visit our Contact Us page. You have all the details. You can also connect with us on our social media handles, Impact Guru, which is on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We also have a LinkedIn page. We also have a WhatsApp community that we have built. And you can simply log on to our website and find all of those details and connect with us. And we're happy to collaborate with you in whatever way we can. Personally, with me, you can send me an email on khushboo.jain@impactguru.com, which is KHUSHBOO.jain, JAIN @impactguru.com. That would be the best way to get in touch with me.
Fantastic. I really appreciate you both taking the time to be with us today, and we wish you every success in growing Impact Guru to have more impact there in India.
Thank you so much for having us. It's a pleasure.
All righty. Let's do some good.
Yeah. Thank you. Let's do that.
At Caring Crowd, we believe everyone has the power to make a difference. Through our crowdfunding platform for community health, we empower passionate people to drive real change. Whether you work for a nonprofit organization, volunteer, or want to get involved for the first time, you can post a campaign on Caring Crowd. Join us, because caring is where change begins.
Thank you for listening. Devin Thorpe's mission is to end extreme poverty, improve global health, and mitigate climate change before 2045 by finding and sharing the stories of those who are doing the most good. You can join with other listeners to accelerate Devin's mission by visiting helpdevin.org right now.